Let's get this show on the road, and welcome to the AshKan Show, because I am Tahir, Ashraf, and this guy.
If anyone can, Inayat, Kanji can, innit?
What?
Kanji. No, AshKan, if anyone can, AshKan.
The AshKan Show!
Waving. Anyway, yeah.
Well, you're waving because we've also got a visual of this, and that is also going to be available on YouTube.
YouTube.
With that accent, I was surprised you didn't conclude that by saying YouTube in it.
But I think I spent a lot of time in Leicester this past days, and I'm trying to get back out of the Indianness, innit?
What?
Innit?
You're trying to get back out of the Indianness?
Yeah, you know, like
or
Leicester's...
you're trying to inject the Indianness back into you?
No, because like I feel like I've literally returned from Freshieville. Leicester is like little mini India. I know that's probably really, really offensive what I just said. I do like Leicester. Thank you, Leicester, for having me. Sorry. I might even be allowed to be there right now during COVID. But let's scratch all of that.
Well, first of all,
I've been Crawley the whole time. Yeah, sorry. Well, obviously I wasn't because I was late as well.
I'm quiet because you certainly went with me. So
yeah, that's
I shall not be perjuring myself in a court of law because of you. That's my attempt at an American accent. Sorry, it's failed. There we are. I'll have to watch more episodes of some legal TV series. But it's interesting. We started talking about injecting the Indianness back into you because today,
yes,
or rather on this show, we want to talk about
Priti Patel. I like how you did that. I was thinking the whole time, segue, what a radio genius.
I was going to talk about Donald Trump first. So...
You said Asian, isn't it? What's he got to do with Asian, Indian?
That's an interesting point.
But technically, Priti Patel's got nothing to do with Indian either. Oh, shade. Sorry.
Yeah, well, it's a good job this is not going out on standard radio. Otherwise, you'd have Ofcom on your back.
I'm going to be quiet now. All right, so in the interest of people actually knowing what we're going to talk about, what are we talking about today?
So let's talk about Donald Trump, and then we'll also talk about Priti Patel. But the reason why we want to talk about Donald Trump is that it appears as though he has finally kind of conceded that he hasn't won a second term in the US election. So that's that. I mean, we could just end it there. Enough said. I mean, hasn't the world media already said enough about Donald Trump? Have we not had enough already of Donald Trump?
I mean, I feel so in some respects, but like a dirty smell. I feel like he's gonna linger for longer. You look like you're really enjoying that massive mug of water. I was just wondering when I saw it, what is in there?
That's a huge mug of water.
Yeah, that's a huge mug of water. But it's got an ilchi in it.
Which is a cardamom, and a green one for that.
Yeah, that makes it interesting.
For the uninitiated. The guy said ilchi. It's ilaichi. Ilaichi, the green cardamom, makes your day, without which I cannot spend a single day. Especially because I like to have it in my water, and just...
It's the worst shopping channel ever.
Dude, but I can do a great voiceover.
QVC are going to be knocking at your door, I'm sure.
If they are not, I'll be suing you for misleading me into thinking that they were going to be knocking on my door.
And that you can actually do because you're a barrister.
Yeah, that's true. You mentioned the B word, so I have to behave seriously. But then again, I'm not in my wig and gown right now, so hey! Are you enjoying that cup of tea?
It's not bad, but...
Not bad? I've made the tea. You're calling it not bad?
It's good. It's good tea. I'm just wondering what's in it now. Sorry.
Dude, talk to the mic.
Sorry.
Not because I'm not listening, because the levels and that. You know what I mean? You get me? But,
sorry. Apologies. So I was just merely saying that, the tea is nice. I do like the tea. However, I'm just a bit intrigued or concerned. What's in it now?
Concerned? You've come to the barrister. How can that be concerned?
Because it just tastes slightly different, innit?
That's because you ain't had that before, bro.
What's in it then? Is it something special?
Mr. Ashraf's secret ingredient.
Ilchi. I'm just going on the common theme here. I see one floating in your cup, so...
Ilaichi.
Ilaichi.
Well, ilchi is obviously, you haven't explained, you see. Ilchi is a Gujarati term, isn't it? For the green cardamom.
Sorry, it's the Guji thing, yeah. I told you I just come back from Leicester, innit? My hometown, apparently, now. But yeah.
Hang on, that reminds me.
Yeah, go on.
So, your mum's Gujarati.
Yeah.
And your dad's Kutchi.
Yeah. Start walking, but yeah, go on.
Does that kind of make you Gucci? Never mind, that's an old joke. Leave it.
Well, we like catchphrases, don't we? So, yeah. Maybe that's my
Speaking of catchphrases, I'm not one to beat about the bush. So, let's get to it. Donald Trump is kind of leaving us. No, he's going to be leaving us. Well, he wasn't with us in the first instance, but thank God for that. But, yeah, he's no longer going to be president on the 20th or the 21st of January. So that is a date that you shall all hopefully be looking forward to. I mean, if you're Trump supporters, you probably won't be looking forward to that. But, hey, you know, I doubt very many Trump supporters are going to be listening to this podcast. But if you are, look at my face. I ain't bothered.
I was just having a party over here as well, yeah. I like what you just said there.
About my face and not being bothered?
No, about Trump. What that too, innit? No, not that too. But I mean, you know, Trump celebrating the fact that he's no longer in office. He's no longer somebody who can launch.
Well, he's still in office, dude. He's still in office.
Oh, is he? What, like his office or just a office?
Well, he's not in my office.
Well, he's definitely not in your office.
No, he still occupies the office of the President of the United States of America.
I'm so confused now. What does that mean then?
The United States of America. He's still
No,
president.
I understand what that means.
He is still president.
Oh, he's still president.
Yeah, he's still president.
Until when? When does Biden become president?
Well, 20th of January 2021.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
That's really sad for him then. So it's like he knows his time's up, but he's still got to do the duties at the end of the day, isn't it? Right?
Yeah, but it can go any which ways now, can't it? So the point is that there's going to be a lot of undoing that needs to be done, or rather undone. It's alright. Should have had your Weetabix this morning.
I did actually, funny enough, but like, let's not go into that, because then...
Was it literally Weetabix?
Actually, no, it was porridge, actually, wasn't it, today?
I have no idea. You're asking me as though I'm able to confirm. I neither confirm nor deny. I rely on my Fifth Amendment rights.
Why do we always go back here? Like, I spent time at your house or something, like, bro. I was in Leicester, I explained this, like...
Yes, you were in Leicester, quite right, and you were supposed to be here at what time o'clock, and you've arrived here at Indian time o'clock.
We established I'm Indian, innit? Like,
story of my life.
You haven't bought me a watch, innit?
The day you stopped using the word "innit" at the end of a sentence consistently for at least 1 hour...
That's my catchphrase, isn't it? Sorry. No, I've got a better one then.
Will be the day that I phone up someone in China to make the watch for you.
Well, my dad used to say that to me. Every time I used to ask him what's the time, he said, "Damn, you had a watch." So, yeah.
Did you not say "innit" at the end of that sentence? Damn, you had a watch.
Innit?
Innit. Damn, you had a watch. Innit. And those of you who can't hear, those of you who can't see, I'm literally bobbing my head left to right at the time of saying "innit."
You know, he finds that really offensive.
Your dad or
East
me?
Africa.
Your dad finds it really offensive.
Well, you are quite offensive as well, but like, that's just the whole general.
But the thing is, I hate everyone equally.
At least you're fair across the board.
Thank you. Now, speaking of Trump...
Yes, he's not fair.
Yes. But, I mean, Trump has been known to be a bit of a bully, hasn't he?
I would like to say so. I mean, I think, you know, from my experience of bullies in life generally, you know, I've had my fair share of bullies. People wouldn't believe it, you know, I have a hard exterior, but, you know, I've been bullied.
You have a hard exterior.
But, I'm sorry,
Are you an egg? Are you a cocoon?
Eggs don't really have hard exteriors, though, do they? They're
Really?
very easy, don't they?
Okay, that's why I went on to the cocoon.
Okay.
Oh wait, maybe I should have said coconut.
Wait, look, see, I'm getting told that...
Coconuts have a hard shell!
That's true. People call me a coconut.
Do they?
Yeah.
Sorry, what? I'm sorry, what?
Coconut, innit? Brown on the outside, white on the inside, all that business. It's very, very, very offensive.
I would have. No, I
Very in touch
I
with
would
my
not have.
culture, innit? Just
I
because I
would-
can't speak my languages properly, it doesn't make me a coconut.
I would not have thought you were a coconut.
Just because I don't want to follow it.
I would definitely not have thought that you were brown on the outside and white on the inside. If anything, I would have thought you were brown on the outside and black on the inside.
Again, is that a racial slur?
I don't know. You tell me. I mean, check out Mum's getup. Check out your
What does that mean?
beads and all this.
Well, I'm African, innit?
I'll get you.
You get me. So.
Yeah, I might get you, but I don't think black Africans are going to get you
What do
because
you mean?
isn't it called cultural appropriation?
What? Having a bandana? Like, or like, I don't know. Like, I'm still so confused. But wearing beads.
I mean, you. All right, fine. So let's move on from that subject and move on
No,
to
but that's
something
quite an
slightly
important
different.
point because cultural appropriation, like, I don't know if you've done that in some like notes, like, there was advocate, like, let's bring it up because like, we're talking about Priti Patel later on.
He has finally clicked.
Yeah, I done that. Because yeah, like I said, because even I remember when I braided my hair once, and people were like, "Oh, you're doing like trying to be black and that," and I didn't want to teach them that, like, you know, there were like, you know, people with dreadlocks in India, and they were like the originators of it, and that's very new. Actually, something that originated from like Hinduism, then something else. You know, I've done a little bit of reading. I kind of got lost because it was quite complicated. But I just know there's some roots in India. I'm not saying that they run things and that, you know, like, you know, we're
Run things?
you know, isn't like we
Run things, and then he says,
created, like, you know, certain things, you know, in terms of these cultural appropriations people make around, you know, hairstyles and like clothing and this and that. But what my point is we're a lot more similar than we think. That's my point.
I see. I accept that. So what you're trying to say is you and Priti Patel are a lot more similar than we think.
That's scary, isn't it?
Is that what your point? Essentially, that's what it sounded like.
I mean, potentially in that we're brown skinned and live in England, but
Really? East African roots?
I'm pretty. Oh, does she have East African roots? Is she one of them like me? Like East
I thought
African
you knew
Indians?
this. I thought you knew.
I didn't. I swear down, I didn't.
Well, that's why I said, yes, now he finally gets the point.
No, clearly I didn't get the point. Maybe that's my catchphrase. I didn't get it.
I think that is going to have to be a point. Your catchphrase. I didn't get that.
I don't know it. Inayat. I don't know it. You know it. Get it? Sorry.
You should start saying, I know it. I know it. I really don't know it.
There you go. But
That's the way I
back to the point
That's
of
the
the
way I
show, because I'm now mindful that we've got a select amount of time, and I waste a lot of time, don't I? By rambling about random things. Yeah. So what are we talking about again? Priti Patel and Trump, right? But we're not on
Somebody
Priti Patel yet.
save me!
But no, I just remember reading an
This
article.
guy is really doing my head in. So save me! Alright, so...
But yeah, so what are we talking about? Trump and the fact that he's still in office till January. Yeah.
we've gone past Trump.
Okay.
We've
And he's
moved on
not
to
racist.
Priti
So we're
Patel.
now on Priti Patel. Yeah.
We've moved on to Priti Patel.
How are they related though?
Basically, we've heard
They're not
news
literally
over the
related.
course of the week that Priti Patel...
Yeah.
No, we know over the course of the week that the Assembly of the last...
please.
Thank you.
Sorry, I let you get this. Stop interjecting. I know the audience interjects. Like,
Wake me up when you're ready to let me speak.
Sorry. I told you, innit? Like, it's like verbal, like, diarrhea, innit? Sorry.
Right. So, Donald Trump is known as a bit of a bully in many circles, pushes people around. Right? And here in the United Kingdom, we have Priti Patel, who recently has been found, arguably you might say guilty, but doesn't really amount to anything. A report done internally in Parliament has found that obviously Priti Patel was bullying her minions, those who work for her, right?
You know, that really breaks the stereotype that, you know, women can't be bullied, like, you know, because like a lot of the time you would think that, you know, like, oh, because she's called pretty, irony, you know, like, you know, pretty little thing, oh, I can't bully people, but see, look, women can bully people.
Okay,
Not sure.
and so Inayat there revealing his feelings in respect of Priti Patel, the Home Secretary. Not sure where that takes us.
Just continue, just forget I said it.
I I might forget you said it, but I don't think the world is going to forget Inayat Kanji's discovery of one's health. Next thing you know, you'll be saying, "Yo, tea." I'll say, "Yo, what's up, bro? Yo, tea." You know people in the Tory party. I'ma say, "Yeah, dude. What of it?" I say, "Bro, you gotta get me a day with Priti Patel, cause I think she's pretty." Oh God. You like it, in it. You like it, the Priti Patel.
I'm just saying that I didn't know like the information that you mentioned about her, like in that regard. Like, I knew she was a bit of a numpty. Like,
Why is she a bit of a numpty?
I don't know. Like, people just saying it. It's just like again, the coconut. That coconut.
Then how can you know? How can you know that she's a numpty? If people just say.
Obviously, I don't quite know it, but I wish I did know it. And so now I can tell you.
Well, she's been bullying, and guess what the result is? The result is that Boris Johnson has said, yes, you can continue to keep your job. That, my friend, is the result.
What?
Because the Prime Minister backs her. So, Priti Patel keeps her job even though it is confirmed in an independent report here that she has been bullying someone. Why?
Clearly, they don't read the bully box. Maybe they don't have a bully box.
Yes,
Maybe they
but
should
why is
have
it
a bully
sad?
box.
Why is it sad?
Because it's the fact that, of like evidence of bullying has occurred and people can clearly see that and nothing has happened. There's no consequence, which means then that it can just continue happening, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. But the crucial question is this. What are the consequences if there aren't consequences?
That's
It's called a conundrum.
A countdown.
Not quite, but we are sort of counting down.
Oh, right, okay.
Dude, are you not supposed to be an ex-English teacher? Dude.
Ex, innit? That's what I said. Ex-English teacher. I left before they discovered, didn't it?
I think you might have found a fatal flaw in yourself.
Other than what?
I just wonder how you were marking their homework. I mean, if they wrote "thing," would you have crossed out the H and said "ting"? Are you one of them, or were you one of them?
No, I think I don't know if I mentioned this to you before, but like if there was a word I didn't know, I just throw a dictionary in and say like, learn how to use a dictionary.
You've said that to me, but now you've said it to the podcast, so the world is going to hear about the reasons as to why Inayat Kanji is an ex-English teacher and not a current English teacher or a current.
In my favour, though.
You mean in your defence?
Same thing but different, isn't it?
Well, if it's different, how can it be the same thing?
Is that word Lexis, you know? I remember that from my A-levels. The words like. Sorry, am I boring you? Sorry.
Right,
sorry,
no, you just went off on a tangent, so I just thought I'd wake up when you're ready to get back on topic.
Something else. But okay, yeah.
I don't
alright.
snore in real life. Not that that's relevant. Oh, God. Yeah, I mean, there we are. Well, technically that was real life.
Always advertised, but yeah.
Always advertised. What? Alright, let's
Sorry, Priti Patel, back to Priti Patel and bullying.
This guy wants to go back to Priti Patel. I'd move the topic onto bullying.
What, it's same thing but different again?
Continue. Let's hear you.
Oh, sorry, it's my turn. Oh, sorry, apologies. So yeah, I always wait for your Q&A because otherwise but the point is, I think that bullying has no consequences in our government and therefore we can bully other people. Is that what we're teaching people?
We are not teaching people
sorry,
that.
Sorry.
But that is the message that is being received by the public at large. I was going to say en masse, but I just thought that might be a complicated word for you.
I thought you were going to say Joe public. Joe.
Or quiet. I see. Alright, yeah. So, it's French, by the way, en masse. As opposed to English. which obviously, I mean, if you're a failed English teacher, you might not get the on mark.
I got divorced from my ex-French wife.
Ah, okay. Oops, sorry. I didn't quite mean to rub. Is that what? That's what she said. Is that what led to your divorce? You were speaking in English, failed English, and she said, "Je ne comprends pas." That's what she said.
Well, she's talking about her dad, but yeah, nevertheless. But anyway, that's what they call him in football. But anyway,
I have a question.
Yeah, go on.
Was your ex-wife called Nicole?
You know, strangely enough, close. I won't air her name, but it's quite close. It does begin
Nicola.
with similar fashion. Think the Indian version of that.
Naila Nicola!
I've got some offensive words as well, but I can't use those. So those are other names we call them, just in my head. But I'm just...
Yeah, I really can't think of Indian names with the N at the moment, with the letter N. N for November.
And actually, it's because it's a made-up name, that's why.
Right.
It's not technically, it's a Persian name.
I see.
I don't really
Is the word no comment?
That's why I'm divorced, bruv. See, that's the point, isn't it?
I see. Well, there we
But I've got new missus, isn't it? So it's right. This is a real tangent from what we were talking about before. Like,
We?
we're talking about bullying.
Tangent,
But
we?
bullying and
Tangent.
marriage is a quite, a line. And a bad line.
That's an interesting.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
Is that another podcast?
I mean, look.
Is government and
If you're
politics like a marriage?
if you're feeling it now, if you're feeling that you're in a safe environment,
Yeah.
you can share your feelings. I promise not to.
Air them to the entire public and nation and beyond.
I promise not to make fun of them. Was what I was going to say.
Oh, okay. That's very sensitive of you and considerate.
Why do you have to say?
I was trying to save my start.
Were you speaking in parcel tongue, as it were? Were you a Harry Potter fan growing up? What's going on here?
You say that, but the funny thing is, I've never actually watched Harry Potter, and I said that to my Mrs. Kids, and they thought I was mad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, where have I been, kind of thing. Like,
I see.
yeah. We used to read was it Enid Blyton, and Things 5, and what was it, all that stuff.
That's 30 seconds, and in 30 seconds you said like at least 5 times.
Clearly, I didn't read the books.
Like. Or you liked them so much.
I was gonna say, or maybe I just like the word like, isn't it?
Or maybe you liked the book so much and you were trying to say that, you should like them. Like read them. Like. Sorry, I have a ting about languages, innit?
I just think
You get me? Well, what are you saying?
I just feel like you're doing a really bad impression of me.
Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. At least you can see yourself now. As to how you come across. Like.
I thought I could see that in the video afterwards, but...
Well, you'll have to watch it on YouTube, innit?
Innit. Alright, so yeah.
Yeah, so bullying, you said bullying in marriage. I mean, yes, it occurs, but the challenges are that people won't necessarily very easily talk about them, especially if you are male and on the receiving end of said bullying.
Yes. Gender.
Yes. Speaking of gender, let's move the discussion onto our gender. And we were talking also about vaccines. That's V for vaccine, and not vaccine, innit? Vaccine. Vaccine.
Oh, yeah. I got it. Sorry, shoot out for a second. Yeah. Vaccine. You're gonna have one?
Am I going to have one?
Yeah, like the vaccine.
I mean, it's an interesting thing, because what you have is a set of circumstances where here in Britain you have the luxury of getting various vaccines from the time of birth against all sorts of illnesses and ailments, some of which include measles, mumps and rubella and so on and so forth. And of course every year we have a new flu jab as well. So you've got to think, okay, would the government really want to, and here's some stuff going out on and around social media that the government wants to track for you, and that's why they want to chip you through the new vaccine to do with COVID and so on and so forth. Well, hang on, people. Newsflash. I've got news for you. You know your trusty smartphone. You know your trusted internet. You know your trusted cameras and CCTV everywhere. You know your social security number, your national insurance number, your tax code, and so on and so forth, your credit card. What, you think you're already not being tracked? You think the powers that be don't know what you're up to? Wake up, get a life. Listen, the harsh reality of it is, in my view, there's no need for the government to do something secretively. You live in this country, therefore Parliament can enact something and the laws get passed. You either agree to the law or you don't. If you disagree with it, and if the law says you are criminalised by virtue of that conduct, you're criminalised. End of story. If you break lockdown now, right, you face fines. If you abide by the rules, you don't face the fines. It's as simple as that. Insofar as vaccination to control and monitor is concerned, that's just a load of nonsense as far as I'm concerned, because the arguments don't hold water. Now, insofar as the other issues are concerned, you seem puzzled.
Yeah, I mean, firstly, that statement, the issues don't hold water, I didn't even know.
No, the arguments don't hold water.
Arguments like on water, I got a bit confused there. Like.
I see. In other words, the arguments aren't valid.
Oh,
they don't have weight. They have got so many holes in them. If the argument were a bucket, it'd have so many holes. It would not be able to hold water. Water, bro. Funny. Water. Water in my water. What's that? Water.
So, does that mean then, because also within that I was a little confused, are you saying that the government are tracking us and that, like, should I be scared that, like, they know everything I'm doing? Or are you saying that, no, that's just...
Are you a dodgy criminal? All I'm saying is, are you a dodgy criminal? Remember, I didn't say are you a criminal mastermind.
I said you can represent me! Sorry.
Yeah, but I don't do criminal law, so hey. Goodbye!
But anyway, no, I was just going to say that... So is there no... chance that they could be giving us a vaccination for some illicit reason?
Right. First of all, do you know people who have died as a result of COVID-19?
Personally,
all right, I do.
I've heard of people, yeah.
I do. I know people in the medical profession as well.
I do a few, yeah, and I mean they claim they have. I mean, but I haven't physically seen somebody see it. Like,
when I say I know people in the medical profession, I mean doctors, like proper doctors, as opposed to people who have PhDs. So me, if I were to have a PhD and I was, with somebody who was, an actual doctor, I'd say, well, I have a PhD, but this person is a doctor. They can save your life. I'll just bash you with the book I wrote.
Okay, I get you. I got a PhD, that isn't professor.
It's a different point. So the point I'm making, all I'm saying is that yes, I know actual doctors who are in the medical profession here in the United Kingdom.
Right.
And so, as far as I'm aware, from first hand, it is not a hoax, contrary to popular mythology, and we have had deaths in the family as a consequence of COVID-19 as well. And at least one of actually two of the doctors I know themselves caught COVID.
This is what's mad, isn't it? Because,
So the point of it is, would I want to be vaccinated? I think I have to, first of all, understand what the vaccination is about, what its ingredients are, for example, and what my own health condition is, and am I in a vulnerable category or not, and so on and so forth. Would I be able to fight it? Am I at risk? And so on. And then I would take an informed decision.
Okay.
let's bring this show to a close.
Okay, sorry, so yeah. The vaccination?
Well, we're not going to vaccinate someone, although you might need vaccinating.
For multiple reasons. But yeah, okay, go on.
Which reason in particular were you thinking?
I think we've insulted me enough today, so like, yeah.
Hey, I haven't insulted you properly yet. Well, although I think you do deserve to be insulted on your timekeeping.
Oh, that's this one. Gee, I thought it took you a long time to say that.
And speaking of time, that's all we have time for. Until next time, you are listening to me, Tahir Ashraf, on the AshKan Show.
And then I can.
Dude, you're out of time. So whatever.